The 10th Lagos Assembly has been inaugurated. With it comes history. A member representing Agege Constituency 1 at the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudasiru Obasa, has been re-elected the Speaker for the third time. Obasa, who was nominated by Temitope Adewale representing Agege Constituency 1, emerged as the Speaker of the 10th Assembly shortly after Governor Sanwo-Olu proclaimed the Assembly open. Lagos Assembly with other House of Assemblies around the country, most of them opened yesterday and some opening today, but the return of Mudasiru, Right Honorable Mudasiru Obasa, Agege 1 constituency is of note today.
Yes, Mudasiru Ajayi Obasa is a history maker. This is unprecedented, and it shows the level of love that his people have for him. I was at his 50th birthday, and I saw that love, demonstrated in bold relief. There is no doubt about it that, yes, he may not be the oldest in the house. So many of them older than him, but it's not.
It's not by age.
It's not by age. It is by grace. It has pleased God to make him the leader, and his people clearly like his leadership. Otherwise, he won't be so unanimously elected. It's not easy to be Speaker of Lagos State, not to talk of to be Speaker again and again and again. So there's something about him.
So by the time you complete this tenure, you make 12 years
as Speaker.
Third time. The legislative arm of government is different. It's not like the executive that's just 2 terms. You could go on and on. The more you go,
for as long as
you want.
Voters permit him.
Yes,
you can.
First among equals.
Obasa and the man in Borno State, Abdul Karim, the Speaker, they are 2 special people. They've been there for so long. Both of them have led the Conference of Speakers at one time.
Yes. Obasa just last year or so, before the election, was the chairman of.
I think 2 years ago, or even 3 years ago. It's been there for some time.
This is like a vote of confidence on the 39 other members given to Mudasiru Obasa.
I think one thing impressive about his emergence, is the ability to manage the divergent
tendencies.
It wasn't as if there are other people that are not interested. There are other people, but ability to, horse trading, to manage the differences and also to agree, have a common ground. There's no doubt that somebody who has been there since 2015 as the Speaker of the House, you can't throw away his experience. And I think experience is key, when you are talking about managing the 40-member parliament. And I believe it's a very unique time in the history of Lagos State that Lagos State also has produced the president of this country. So, and I think one thing also important that we need to notice about Lagos is stability since 1999. It's been the same party, and I think that has helped growth and development. They have been able to manage internal contradictions. It's not as if they are not there. The ability to resolve them, I think it's a key issue. We have never had a period where there is outburst of disagreement between the executive and the legislative. So I think that is a plus to them. And I believe we will continue, with this kind of managerial skill in the next 4 years, which I think will help growth, the stability and development of Lagos State.
Jude, the final thing I find amazing about leaders in Lagos State, especially from the Speaker to the Deputy Governor and the Governor, is accessibility. Humble and accessible. This guy, anywhere I see Mudasiru Obasa, is very accessible. He's not somebody that goes around with ears around him. Very down to earth, humble.
He's had a humble beginning. For those who knew him, or know him very well, he was a councillor. He rose from being a councillor to become
grassroots.
a member. Yes, I remember in those days where I used to work. when his posters were being printed as a councillor. So
Councillor,
it
you know
has to tell
how
yes,
legislature at the
yes, he's a trained lawyer, but he started as a councillor. And from being a councillor, you can see where he is today. And as it's often said, it's God that gives people power. So it has pleased God to place him where he is, and he has found a way, to juggle things, using street wisdom to manage easily the best House of Assembly in Nigeria.
most vibrant.
Yes, managing them in a manner that their quarrels don't always blow open. Just as you said, it's not as if they don't quarrel among themselves, but the thing is they are able to manage it within the family, and everybody returns home happy. And Lagos has a system that is not present in other places. The Governor's Advisory Council,
GSC.
When
They're just adopting it in other
they
states
stepped
now.
in. They stepped in and said, look, we have adopted Obasa as Speaker again. And a few days after they said so, look at what happened. He got reelected. So those old men have a strong voice. Asiwaju has always pandered to them.
Those are the representatives
under a different governor.
Yes.
Under a different governor, they still have their voice. They still have their relevance. And they step in, even when there are critical issues affecting the House, affecting Lagos, they will step in to say, look, this is how we want this result. They stepped in so many times, and we can only pray for Mudasiru Ajayi Obasa that he will continue to justify the confidence reposed in him by his colleagues.
I want to say congratulations to Right Honorable Mudasiru Obasa. That is from Honorable Olorunibe Mamora in 1999 down to Joko Tola Pelumi, and from Joko Tola Pelumi to the Adeyemi Ikuforiji. Now we have Mudasiru Obasa as the third, as the Speaker of the Lagos House of Assembly to speak on for the third time Speaker.